Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Opposite Sex Podcast. These are your hosts, Drew and Tanaya, and I guess this was our 12th episode. So been a pretty good week. The winter storm that was last week has kind of started to fade away, and we're starting to get some nicer weather. So that's been pretty cool.
Yes.
Looking forward to spring and summertime to arrive. And how was your week there, baby?
My week was good.
Yeah?
I felt like I worked a lot.
Yeah, you have been working quite a bit.
But
Making that
overall, it's been good. This nice weather helps.
Yeah. We had a pretty fun podcast last week. I thought I had a good time doing that. It was sort of like a different one. We hadn't really done anything like that.
Right.
But I think we're going to have to do more of. So I guess if you guys haven't checked that out, go check out our last one where we rated our top 5 romantic movies.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
It gets us to know each other a little bit more too.
It does.
Although it's been a year and a half, you know what I mean? Those movies I didn't know were your top 5, you know?
Right. And
So
none of ours overlapped.
Nope.
I don't think. No, they didn't overlap. We agreed on a few.
Yeah.
Disagreed on a few. You still haven't seen a few of mine.
Right.
I feel like I haven't seen some of yours. I don't think I've seen Save the Last Dance.
You haven't seen The Notebook either. Oh, you have, but
I've seen it, but I haven't rewatched it like I said I would. And I will. I'll give it another shot.
Okay.
It's depressing.
You'll like it.
It's depressing.
It's okay.
They die, right?
But it's a happy death.
They do, though. They
Yes,
die.
they
I was
die.
thinking about that later.
They do. They
Yeah.
die holding each other's hands.
I don't
In
know.
the same nursing home bed.
Anyways. But our last week's episode, I guess, got me to... I kept thinking about movies, for one, and then that kind of led me into TV shows. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about different romance TV shows. Even for a guy, I like a good romance in my TV show. And so then that made me think of my favorite romance across any movie, across any TV show, no matter what, is Ross and Rachel in Friends. Now, I'm a huge Friends fanatic. Again, this goes back to me being a little older. I grew up with Friends, even though I didn't actually get into it until the 8th season. I was actually in college, and my roommate was a big Friends fanatic. So that's what got me into it, and then I had to go back. And just start watching them all. I finally was caught up by the end of the 8th season and watched everything as it came out after that, I guess. But So I'm a huge Friends fanatic.
Me, on the other hand.
You're not necessarily.
Well, now I'm starting to get into it. The beginning,
I've kind of finally talked you into trying.
And now we've been binge watching it a little bit. I like it. I'm enjoying it.
It's different.
It's good.
I mean, it's different than how they make shows now. I guess.
Absolutely.
With it, where it has a studio audience and everything.
Yeah.
I guess, it's not, some of the shows today are more like movies. They're hour plus long episodes. They're the production quality looks crazy.
Right.
And that one is not. That's just that's a true sitcom show with an audience there laughing whenever they put up the laugh signs at them and stuff which drives you nuts.
It does, and in some parts. I mean, it's stupid in some parts. It doesn't make sense why they're laughing.
Because there's a sign that's telling them to laugh because they made a little joke and they want to add
But
to
it
that
is the
joke.
most stupidest jokes sometimes, too. You know what I mean? Something you're like, what? Should I be laughing at this?
Well, I also wonder about, some of those jokes. They might be kind of, I feel like time sensitive is not the term, but based in that era, so they might, you might need to have knowledge about that era to understand, the little joke that they do. I don't know.
I agree.
Because it is quite a while ago.
Yeah.
It started in 1994.
Really?
I think. Yeah, I think it was 94.
I'm finally getting into it, though. I like it.
But
I'm willing to keep watching.
Anyways, so I'm kind of still stuck in this whole like romance thing from our movie talk. And so, like I said, this made me think of Ross and Rachel, which I already talked about last week, how Pearl Harbor made me teary-eyed.
Right.
Like, that's the one romance movie that made me a little teary-eyed. Marley and Me made me cry like a fucking baby. But that has to do with a dog dying, and that's a whole different fucking thing. Like, that was embarrassing. That was, I had to leave the room. Uncontrollable sobbing.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, yeah. And then I thought I could come back. I thought I had it under control. Fuck no. I get back in the room, and like 30 seconds later, they're just, I don't even know, they're probably eating spaghetti, and I just couldn't fucking stop. I mean, for like a half hour, I'm just in the bathroom bawling like crazy. Let's
watch Marley and Me, babe.
I've never seen the movie since.
Really?
Nope, I watched it that one time, and I could not fucking handle it. So, teary-eyed at Pearl Harbor.
Sobbing at
Marley and Me. I've never cried at anything else, like nothing else. Except here comes a teary-eyed. This is a teary-eyed moment, not sobbing, but teary-eyed moment came during Friends. In the final episode when Ross and Rachel, spoiler alert, finally get back together. The very last episode. You knew it was coming. You knew they had to end it that way. Because Friends is fun. Like, Friends is a fun show. Mm-hmm. It's funny. Like, it's a comedy.
Right.
But, like, the underlying thing that goes the entire 10 seasons is Ross and Rachel. 10 fucking years. Like, that's all you're waiting for. Like, I mean, there's other reasons to watch it, but in the end, people are wanting those two back together.
And then, boom, they got back together.
It takes 10 years.
Right.
10 years, like, actual 10 years of your life for these two fuckers to get back together.
Right.
Anyway. So, but with this whole little love fiasco that these two have going on, I realize that there's a very hot debate with regards to this. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the debate is, were Ross and Rachel on a break? And if they were, was Ross in the wrong with what he did? Now, some people aren't going to know what the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
You may not have known what the hell I'm talking about before you started watching this.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to say the majority of people out there are Friends fans, and they know exactly what I'm talking about when I say we're Ross and Rachel on a break. So, I guess I should give a little background to this before we start debating.
It was
third season. Yeah, so Ross and Rachel start dating in the second season, I believe. It's known that Ross has had the hots for Rachel since they were in high school. Then it comes out in the first season, like the second episode. But they start dating in the second. I think it's the second season. Maybe it's even the third. I can't remember. Second or third season they start dating. But anyway, right in the middle of the third season, some shit goes down. So it's right around like their 1 year anniversary. So they probably did start in the second season. So it's around their 1 year anniversary, and Ross really wants to do something special for Rachel. But Rachel has gotten this new job at Ralph Lauren, and with clothing design and stuff. And so she's very into the job, and she's very busy. And her boss? Is it her boss?
No, it's Mark? An ex-employee.
An ex-employee that she used to work with named Mark. Mm-hmm. Kind of a hunky guy for back in the day. He would have been an attractive, nice guy. Ross is a little skeptical of Mark, right? Because he keeps coming around, and he's a little too friendly with Rachel, he thinks.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Well, it came to that meeting. It came down to that meeting. I think Mark got fired. Is that his name, Mark? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mark got fired or quit. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one. But when he was leaving, he told Rachel, I'll see you Saturday.
Okay.
So Ross was like, kind of like, looked at him like, what?
So he's freaking out because of that. Okay.
Yeah, and Rachel never said anything to him until they got home, and he's like, see you Saturday. What was he talking about? And then she had her meeting.
That makes sense.
And then...
So anyway, he's kind of
Yeah,
jealous
yeah.
of him.
Yes.
And for various reasons.
Yep.
But probably a little over the top.
Yes.
But he's trying to do something for their anniversary, right? And
Yes.
later, he's trying to do
Later
stuff.
on, yep.
And she's busy. But he's still trying to push it, and she's kind of stressed out. He's still freaking out about the Mark thing and really trying to push that they do something together. She's just trying to work.
Yep.
Doesn't have as much time for him. That leads to this.
He lights a fire in her office.
Right, not the best.
She was
thing to
stressed
do.
out. She was on a really important call.
Right.
And he came in.
And then
So
that leads to a big
stressed her
argument.
out. Yep.
So, and in this big argument, Rachel says, we need to take a break. Now, Ross interprets that as meaning a break from the fight, but she corrects him. Rachel corrects Ross and says, no, I mean a break from us. And Ross leaves. Now, what happens after this, Ross ends up going to the bar. He's having a few drinks, talking to Joey and Chandler, realizes he really misses Rachel, calls her up on a phone from the bar, talks to her. It sounds like they're going to get back together. She misses him, wish she hadn't said what she said about wanting to go on a break, but there's someone else in the apartment with Rachel who's talking. And Ross hears this voice, a male voice, and it happens to be Mark. Mark has come to save the day and has come to be the shoulder to cry on for Rachel.
Yep.
But once Ross hears his voice in that apartment, he hangs up, proceeds to get more drunk, ends up hooking up with a woman that night. Okay, so this is the basis
Yep.
for the whole damn debate, which stretches the next 7.5 seasons. Okay, so were they actually on a break? And what do you think? Like, what is your... Because that does seem fairly clear-cut.
Yes.
Like, that they were on a break.
I believe that they were on a break.
She said.
But what kind, like...
What's your definition of a break? Like, okay, somebody says that to you.
Like,
We're on a break.
it's like me and you. Like, if I looked at you and was like, okay, look, like, I need a break, a couple days. It's just a break. It's not breaking up. It's not going and seeing somebody or anything like that. It's just a break to clear the mind. That's my definition.
So yours is just, I don't want to see you for a couple days.
But I don't
just
want
need
to break.
time
Yes.
I just need time to think.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, what is your thoughts on Ross's actions with hooking up with another female then?
I don't think that was right, honestly, because I think it should have been clear, like, even when he was on the phone and heard Mark in the background. So, like, I feel like it should have been cleared up. So we are broke up. Like, this is done. Like, before he done anything.
Okay.
I don't think that's right.
If that got cleared up on the phone,
then that would be like broke up.
Then you're okay. Then
yes.
like, I mean, so you're okay.
Go do your own thing.
You're okay with the night of breakup. Boom. Go.
Well, no,
go hook it up.
no. I
what
don't
you
think
said.
I physically could do it.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I
I mean,
physically
he's pretty
could
drunk.
do something.
I mean, he gets drunk. I mean, they insinuate that he's pretty drunk
Right.
when this happens.
But then in my eyes, it's like, if you can, like, if you're able to go do something like that, like, you truly do not, like, love that person.
Now, in Ross's defense, because we do differ on this whole
Yes.
thing. We're about polar opposite here. But because in Ross's defense, and I get where you'd want to clear this up, but I also can understand, like, the anger that he probably felt when he heard Mark's voice on the other end. So he already thinks that
Something's going on.
Mark is over there, like, Rachel's getting her bad girl on.
And that's where you need to make sure. You know, like, the whole Mark thing at the office and him telling Rachel, I'll see you Saturday. Like, he should have cleared that up right then and there. Like, look, you know, what's going on. Not assuming, because assuming is...
Now, put yourself in those shoes. Now, okay, you hear this other person on the other side. Are you really in a very talkative mood at the time?
Probably not.
And it's not just any individual. It is the individual that you've been worried about this whole time. Like, so this is really justifying your jealousy. Like, see, I told you I was right. Like, now he's over there 5 minutes later.
Right.
So, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, just, you know how like anger happens like really fast.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking necessarily rationally.
No.
But, okay.
Me personally, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I do believe that they were on a break. I do believe that. And it came out of her mouth.
Good.
Later on, like you had said earlier, like it came out of her mouth to one of her girlfriends. Like it was a breakup.
Okay, because Ross is under the impression when she says a break from us, he's under the impression that they are broken up, that is a breakup. Now after the fact, after she finds out that he hooked up with another woman, she states that basically that is not how she meant it. That she didn't view that they were broke up, more like how you're saying, taking a break from the situation. However, I've caught this in the episode. Before she finds out that Ross hooked up with the other woman, she's talking to Monica, and she tells Monica that they broke up. She uses those words, that they broke up. So that insinuates to me that that is what she meant. Now, in her anger after finding out, because she's hurt that he would hook up with somebody, and I understand her being hurt by that, I think she changes her tune. Right. And to kind of get at him and to justify her anger, I think she was trying to make him feel bad. She changes her thing. She said, "Oh no, we weren't broke up." Even though I think
this is not what I meant.
Yeah, I meant
even
it the
though
other
she
way.
really did mean.
Because they try to turn it into Ross
I see it
cheating.
that way too.
I think that's what she did.
Right.
But I don't know. Yeah, because they try to turn it into that Ross cheated. Do you think Ross cheated? Would you consider what Ross did cheating?
No.
You would not. Okay. So would you have?
No. Yes. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Which one is it?
I would consider him cheating.
So he cheated. Okay. You agree they broke up? Do you agree?
It's a hard situation. It's a hard. I mean, it's hard like being us and thinking about this because. In the real life, like I would think that was cheating because a break in my eyes is just getting away from the situation.
Okay,
but then her throwing it out like we broke up.
That they broke up.
In that sense, I don't believe he cheated.
Yeah, if she
said that before she even knew anything,
right?
You know,
they broke up. So now she thinks they broke up. He thinks they broke up. I have a hard time, then to make him feel like a piece of shit, turn around and... I understand her being hurt. I completely understand that. But yeah, I don't think Ross did anything wrong. Now, I think his actions leading up to it were wrong. Like, I think his jealousy and everything led to the break. Right. Or whatever. So I think he's got blame there. And I mean, he wishes he hadn't done what he did. Like, he wishes that he didn't sleep with that woman. Like, you can tell when Rachel's trying to come over to his apartment the next morning. Unfortunately,
you gotta go. 8:30.
The woman is in the apartment, and but yeah, he wants to get back with Rachel. Like, he loves Rachel, and I don't know. So yeah, I mean, he regrets that. But I don't think that he did anything necessarily wrong when it comes to that.
She should have made it more clear at the beginning before anything.
Depending on what maybe she made it perfectly clear. If she actually thought that if she actually meant that they were breaking up, which is what she tells Monica the next day, I don't know. I mean, maybe she did make it perfectly clear. Right. Like, she already clarified when she said, maybe we need to take a break. He thought it was something different. Right. And she reiterates, no, a break from us. Right. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel like I don't want to be changing your mind. Like, this is a debate.
No, but you're right. Like,
in that. I'm right. I love it when that happens.
I love it. Sound like Landon. I don't know. I'm putting this show into the real world, and I probably shouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because
this is the real world.
I don't know. Like I keep saying, I think it should have been more clear right then. I don't know, babe.
So, If you were in Rachel's shoes, would you have forgiven Ross?
It would take me some time.
Would it? Okay. Now, as we find out in future episodes, see, this is the other thing about like the Mark thing, like because she's portraying that nothing's happening with that Mark's just a friend. However, it comes out like 2 or 3 episodes later that Mark has the hots for Rachel.
But then she goes on the date with him and she tells him that I cannot do that because I feel like I'm cheating on Ross.
She still went on the date.
She did, to make Ross upset, to get back at him. And she said that in the episode.
Now,
but I think she still loves him. I think she's scared.
You wouldn't just accept a date with just anybody, though. You wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No.
Like, there would be at least some interest to accept a date with somebody. No?
I don't.
Little hoochie. Oh, my goodness.
I would do it to get back at somebody.
Oh, my God.
Like nothing happened. Just going to eat. It's somebody that she knew.
They kissed.
It's not like they didn't know each other. You know what I mean? Like they knew each other.
Yeah, they did.
And her heart was broke. So hell yeah, like
go on the date with the main cause of this entire fucking thing.
Absolutely.
Oh. Okay. So in Ross's defense, after that,
why you're the one that messed up first.
I don't think Ross messed up. I don't think he messed up at all. I think he was absolutely A-okay to hook
and then
up with
that's when it always comes back. Oh, I was drunk. I didn't mean it. It does not matter. You were still drunk. You still did it.
But he didn't cheat on her. They were broken up. I mean, they weren't dating. Like I mean, I don't know. Like I have a hard time. I mean, yes, it was quick and yes, it was fast, and I'm not even going to use alcohol as a thing. It was quick and it was fast, but no matter what, whether it was 5 minutes or 5 years, they were still broken up.
But they both wanted it to work out.
They
is
did,
the thing.
But
so knowing
up until he thinks that she's banging Mark,
knowing like that you want to work it out, you should have left it alone that night. You know what I mean? And talked about it tomorrow. Like, hey, what was he doing here? Kind of thing. You know what I mean? I would not have went and done that.
Oh, no. My God.
No.
Oh, my.
No.
In your mind, you're sitting at that bar after he's heard Mark in her apartment. And all he's doing, he's having beer number 1, beer number 2. Hey, having a shot with Chandler. Then beer number 3, 4, 5. And all he's doing is thinking about what is Rachel and Mark doing over at that apartment. And it's getting raunchier and raunchier the more alcohol he consumes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is no clear thought process going on right there.
No.
None.
That's because of the alcohol. Yeah.
Okay, let's take it out. Let's say he's drinking water. Let's say he doesn't drink. He's still sitting there with Joey.
I'd be going and breaking down the door. Like, hey, what's going on?
Exactly. But does he have any say in it? Let's say they were. Maybe he thinks about it logically.
Then I would go in there and be like, we just got off the phone. Like, you care about me.
They're broken up.
It doesn't matter. They still called. He still called her and told her. And they sounded like they wanted to get back together.
I wouldn't think.
And if I would have heard a guy in there and you just got off the phone with me, I would have went up there and been like, "Oh,
no, I know you would have. I know you would have." But I'm saying, if he would think about it logically, he don't have any business there. Technically, they broke up.
Who cares? She just told him that she loved him.
What the fuck? What do we do? Cares anyway?
Who cares?
You see what a fun, what a great show. I can't believe it's taken you so long to get into this show.
I'm excited.
It got over in 2004. Here we are 17 years later. Now that would have
Before
happened.
you, I don't think I've ever even opened it or watched it at all.
This episode was legitimately would have been in 97. So we're talking 24 years later since this debate has been raging amongst Ross and Rachel fans. And there is no correct answer. Now, I looked it up.
We
Like, you
need
saw
other
that-
people's opinions in this, though, too.
I told you about this, right?
Yes, you did tell me, but we need more people's opinions in this.
Our people don't know about this. So I was looking up. We were trying to look up other people's opinions. And lo and behold, I find an interview with David Schwimmer, who
Which
is
is
Ross.
Ross.
And he clears it up. And I feel like if anybody knows, now I'd like to get Jennifer Aniston's input on this. But when asked about the subject, Schwimmer says, yeah, it's not even a question. They were on a break. Now, again, like that becomes the thing. Were they on a break? Like, on a break.
Were they really? That's
like
coming
I'm just
out
tossing out quotation marks. And they're not in the right place. But, I mean, they were obviously on a break. It's more about what is your definition of
a break.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Although I think, because of what Rachel told to Monica, I think both of them have the same definition of what a break was. And Rachel's just trying to
Make him feel like a piece
what's
of
the
shit.
fucking saying? What is the saying? Have your cake and... yes, she's trying to have her cake and eat it too.
Eat it at the same time. I don't know.
Oh, man. I don't know. So, I guess so I don't see any wrongdoing in what Ross did.
I do.
I get some hurt feelings. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think she should have forgave him. They get back together. They could have started their happy little family and everything many, many years before had she just...
I wouldn't have been able to forgive him.
Jesus Christ.
Right
Seriously?
away. No.
Okay, so you're...
Oh, you're telling me, like, you really love me, but you went and did this. Like, no, it would take me a while.
So you would be the actual Rachel and make it stretch out 7.5 fucking years. Okay. I'm just trying. I'm just
not
trying
necessarily 7.5 years, but
how long are you going to torture the poor boy for?
It's not torturing.
Oh, what is it?
It's just getting back.
How is that not the same thing?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
You're getting stressed out over
Oh,
there, baby.
woman. That's because there's only one correct answer.
No.
To this. Ross was in the right.
No.
Rachel, as good looking as that woman is, was in the wrong.
Nope.
Okay. I feel like we might have more friends discussions along the way. I know this was a little different from what our normal show.
Right.
But
it was fun to do it.
Well, I felt like this was so important. Like this is I don't know. This is such an important topic.
Right.
And
see, if this didn't come up through your mind, I would have never started watching it.
That's true. You need to I'm worried though. You're starting off like you're basically we watched a few of the first season, but you're basically starting off now in the third. Mm-hmm. So you're not really seeing like when they were together, like that was they were a power couple. Like they were really in love, and now you're missing all of that. And now
I'm going through the breakup.
Now you're just seeing it after they break up and like the horrible stuff that happens there. And you ain't gonna see. I mean, they might hook up here or there throughout the seasons, but you're not gonna see them back together for a long fucking time. A long time.
Maybe we should rewind.
Oh fuck. I don't know. We might have to. I haven't watched this all the way through in a long time, but anyway. All right. So on side Ross has got my vote. Side Rachel. She's got your vote. No surprise there. So anyway, we're going to figure out a way to do a poll. So somehow, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever the fuck, there's got to be a way to do a poll. And we'd love to know what you guys are thinking. Are you on Team Ross or are you on Team Rachel? And we're going to figure out a way to do this because I want to know what the popular vote would say.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this. I'm going to figure out how to do that. And hopefully we get some votes so we can make the final determination.
Right.
I already know what's right and I know what's going to win.
No, you do not.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell we're going to do next week, but...
we'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll come
Another
up with
random.
So, anyway. So check out our Instagram page. Check out the YouTube. Check out the TikTok, Twitter. Yep. We're all over the place. So go check us out, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see
See
you guys
next
next week.
time. Bye.